Hey lovelies, it's your girl Mo Lovely coming to you today with the December Daily Anything Goes YouTube Hop. I joined the group for this project and the theme is foundation pages. If you don't know anything about December Daily, go look it up. This is a place where you can house your pictures, your memories for the month of December. I do celebrate Christmas. This is my second year creating a December Daily project. And these are just some pages, some ideas, some places to house my pictures, to house my stories, to preserve some of the memories, past and current memories that I am having and remembering in the month of December. I created this page using some circle chipboard. If you want to get rid of many pieces of your circle chipboards, create a tree, put a tree on the top, and we call this a filler page. If you want to have a break for your eyes, a place where to rest your eyes instead of just pictures and words, you can create what we call a filler page. I also create all type of pockets to hold tags. If you know me, you know I love a good pocket. You will know that I love a good tag, and you know I always incorporate a bunch of hearts in my albums. Here's another pocket created by a piece of Noel paper from my stash. This is a flip out that I made from a 12 by 12 page from my stash. I also participated in Ali Edwards product play this year and last year, and this was one of the little fold out books or fold out crafts that we created during the product play. I created 3 and I paper clipped them to these circle pages that I created. This was also something similar that was created in last year's product play using paper and vellum, and that Twinkle Merry and Bright was from the Ali Edwards December Dailies main kit. I also created this fold out, flip up, fold down page to house a story and some pictures. And I just love that wreath paper that I attached the plastic wreath to that had a holiday sentiment on it. And I always like to find opportunities to create a flip up, flip out to add my journal into. So if you notice, these pages do not have dates. They are not numbered with the date. They do not have numbers on what the number of the story that I'm going to tell. So once December begins, I start to look through these foundation pages to find out what is appropriate with the story of the day or the story of what happened on that day. So I've often collect house chipboard and paper because I feel like I'm gonna find a story regarding the house and being home for the holiday. I created this envelope also. My girlfriend had given me a birthday card a year or so ago, and they had the birthday card had an envelope, and when you open the envelope it had that card where I can add a picture or a sentiment on it. So I just mimicked the birthday card that I received. On this page, I did not realize that last year's product play had this apparatus or contraption made of paper was in the product play, and I decided I wanted to have this done, add this to my December Daily for this year. It's kind of like a peekaboo type page, and I created 2 of them. I don't know if I'm going to use both, but I thought it was a great way for me to include some type of interaction in my photo album along with some hidden journal. That little ornament I included was ornament or tag was included in one of my girls' Christmas gifts, and I thought it was very cute because it had a pop-up element on it, and I decided I wanted to keep it and use it in my December Daily this year. This tri-folds fold out was also part of Ali Edwards 2021 product play class. I clip the hearts together because I'm not sure which heart I wanted to use for that trifold to be on the outside of it. But if you notice, these are only all just ideas that I'm going to hopefully use all of them in my December daily album. I always end up using always. This is my second year doing December daily. Last year I ended up with 2 albums. I already foresee that I will use 2 albums based on the chunkiness and the elements that I like to include in my album. And this page is a simple 4x6 pocket page that I created, that flip out element with another 4x6 pocket page to make that flip out. This was in the Ali Edwards main kit this year, and I used, those were Dollar Tree snowflakes that I added to that page. So you can find different things to create, different things to add into your albums to make your album 3D, to add different textures to your album, instead of just having the photos and the pictures and just your journaling. And there's nothing wrong with just photos and words, because that's what it's all about, is preserving the memory that go along with the pictures. And sometimes your memories, there's no picture to go with your memory. Sometimes words, your story, your point of view is enough. I found a stack of months written on script on these 3x8 cardstock, and of course I pulled out December, and I found this story. It's called the pleather heart, and I somehow want to add those elements to my album. I also pulled out some cards that were appropriate to go into my album. I have vellum. I have vellum pages. I also have plastic acetate pages to go into my album. I put together these 2 film strips, somehow add them to my page, to my album. And I always add 10 things that I'm loving in December, so I plan to use the tag of the 10 things that I'm loving this year. I got a ton of 6x8 pattern paper this year in the swap that I was in, and that was a foil page that I received, and I would like to add that to my album. So in the second album, I also have some other foundation pages. I do not know how I'm gonna begin either of these albums, but these were just some ideas that I've seen, some ideas that I put together, that I created. I do not have a cutting machine, so I cut everything by hand. A lot of these elements were free on Ali Edwards product play. There were downloads from her product play, and some were in her product play, like this page. How to include that big felt numbers into your album. They showed us how to create that fold out, and these were 2x2 windows that we were able to add into the album in a way that I did not even consider. Another one of the ideas that they had was like this weaving page that we created with 2 6x8 pages, and I was able to cut them up and then glue and weave the 2 pages together. I loved how it came out. I also had these tags, and I had these heart brads that I wanted to use. So I pulled those out, put those together, and got them ready to use. We created this tag using a bunch of word strips, and I found that tag, the card that matched the color of the tag, and it says "Seize the Day." These are just a bunch of ideas that I've put together, ideas that I got from product play to add into my album. I always like interactive elements. This was also one of the tags that was included in the Ali Edwards main kit. that I decided to cut some of the 3x4 a story card. It was a story was on the top of each card, and I cut them down to fit into those pockets that I cut up and created. This page is very busy. These were large 8x10 8x10 pages that had all of those elements in it, and I decided to create a page. In my eye, I think I'm going to cover all of those squares up with pictures and journaling and leave some of them blank. In this page, I created a shaker element, and in my head, I'm going to add that Jingle All the Way tag somewhere on this element and back each one of the blank circles with possibly a picture or journaling. And these are some other elements that were included in the Allie Edwards main kit for this year that I may or may not use. But I just have them in the album just as ideas, possible ideas to include this year in my December daily. This was an ornament that I purchased from Dollar Tree. Yes, it should be $1.25 tree now, but I like to use an ornament on the front of my album. So in the December daily, Allie Edwards December daily main kit, she had a two canvas pockets, one to hold a 4x6 and the other to hold two 3x4s. I happen to have a black canvas bag in my stash, and I asked my mom if she can create. I did the design, and my mom just hand stitched the pockets closed together, and I added "This Has My Heart" to the cover. So I imagine that I will try to use that in my December daily album. And I just hope that you were able to get some ideas. I love this project, and I hope that you will fall in love with this project also and use some of these ideas. Have a good holiday. Bye.